Alright, so you're wondering how to make a thumbnail look pretty good for pretty cheap, aka free, because you are a cheap ass. I'm just kidding, I'm a cheap ass too. I figured out how to do it, make it look pretty darn good, and it's all completely free. So first we open up Google and we go to Google Slides down here. Then we start a new presentation and drag to get rid of this. We don't need it. Okay, so first things first, we need a cool looking background. So we head over to Google and we type in something cool. We want our background to stand out. Techno background colored green. Click on images and we find one that we like and we just copy it over. This one looks pretty good, so we'll do this. Make sure it matches the same size as your presentation slide. Okay, so next we need what's going to go on the forefront. Back for Blood is a new game, so this is what we're going to use as an example. We're going to find the Back for Blood logo PNG. PNG is important, okay? PNG. Because 9 times out of 10, a PNG image is going to have the background erased and it makes your life as a custom thumbnail maker 100 times easier. We're going to want one that's white in lettering to contrast the background. So we're hoping that this one over here to the left, we're going to hope that this one, yep, okay. The lettering is white. Can't really see it all that well, but it is. Okay, so we're going to copy, bring that over, paste, bam, there we go. And we're going to put this up here in the corner. And you can make this as big or as small as you want. It doesn't matter. Okay, so next, we're going to want some characters. So put character back for blood PNG. Oh, forgot the PNG. Excuse me. PNG. There we go. Now we can find one that, yep, this is perfect right here. So we're going to copy this over, paste it. And so it kind of looks tacky to use the whole image. So what we're going to do is we're going to crop out like half the picture. Okay, all you gotta do is double click on it and then you can crop out whatever you need to. Gonna bring it down here, enlarge it, and that's good. It kind of looks a little out of place though. They're kind of faded. So we're gonna go to Format Options, Adjustments, and we're gonna turn up the contrast. There, now they look a little more in place. Dark background, dark forefront, it's a-okay. Okay, I don't really like how the green is clashing with the white, so we're gonna flip the background image upside down. All you gotta do is click on it and then rotate that little box up above it to 180. So we're gonna type in baseball bat PNG back for blood, and we're not finding exactly what we need. So instead of using any of these, we're just going to go up and type in baseball bat with nails, PNG. Okay, we found a pretty good one right here, but I don't think the background is a PNG. That's okay, I'm going to show you to take care of that. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to save the image as, and they did a pretty good job of naming this image already, but we're going to put it in its own folder so that way we can keep track of what's going on, because organization is key when you're dealing with so many images. You don't want to get something lost in a whole different area and then never be able to find it again until you're going through it one day and you're like, oh, that's where that went. So thumbnail images, and then we're going to rename this baseball bat with nails. Okay, open up a new tab, type in PNG Maker, online. And then I'm going to go to the second one here. I've used it before. It's pretty decent as far as computers go. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. All you got to do is click on the left side and then go find your picture. And here it is. Okay, open that up. And so this bottom number here, lower left, that's the concentration of which it takes out. So it's going to take out 4% of everything that looks white. That's pretty decent. You know, the farther up you go, the more it takes out. The farther down you go, the less it takes out. It's pretty straightforward. So then you save as and download. Got to open that up. Show in folder. Okay, rename it. Baseball bat. Gonna drag that over to pictures. This is the folder that I made the folder in. Okay, bring that to the correct folder. Okay, there we go. We're all set up. We can exit out of this and probably exit out of this, but we're going to keep it open. Okay, now we go to insert image, upload from computer, and then we're going to choose the PNG. Open it up, and there we go. Gonna rotate it, do what we want, you know, get it up to size. Gonna crop out the excess just so that way it makes it easier on us. All right, so you can see down here, the lower portion of the bat, there's a little white ring. That's just because it was a different shade of white than the 4% could pick up. So if we were still on that website, all we'd have to do is bump that number up and it would get rid of that, or it would try its best. But this is such a small detail, no one's really going to notice. So the thumbnail is such a small part. You know, people are scrolling through on their phones. The thumbnail is like the size of their pinky, if not smaller than that, you know? So when this is all shrunk down, no one's really going to be able to notice that. All right, just as a reminder, your format options over here, you can mess with the transparency. You know, you can make it ghost-like. You can mess with the brightness. You know, turn it all the way up, turn it all the way down. White, black. That looks kind of weird, so we're just going to leave it, you know, kind of where we found it, maybe a little darker. Okay, contrast, the farther down you go, the more gray it gets. And then the farther up you go, the more, holy crap, that kind of looks kind of cool. Oh well. We want it to be recognizable as the bat, so. All right, there's our bat. All right, I think it would look pretty cool if we put some effects on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Google. We're going to type in red power effect PNG. And effect PNGs are a little harder to come by because if they're not, see like this it doesn't have a transparent background. So all that shading right there would just be nearly impossible to try to get rid of. So we're going to click on this, not a see-through background. So probably going to click through the related images. Yep, this one. Oh, yep, there we go. Transparent background. Okay, copy, paste, and there we go. Just got to rotate it to match the alignment of the bat. Super simple. And on the effect, we can mess with the format options too. We can make it brighter. Yeah, that kind of looks weird. We can make it darker, like black fire. That's pretty neat, I guess. Yeah, we'll bring it like somewhere right over there. Turn up the contrast. Looks a little saturated. Turn down the contrast. Looks a little bland. So yeah, we'll leave it right about there. All right, so we've done characters, logo, background, objects, effects. Everything's pretty simple. All you need is those three little letters PNG, make your life super simple. So what if you're doing a funny video and you want to put like a quote on the thumbnail? You could do something like this where you just, type in the shape, welcome to my channel. That looks terrible. Don't ever do this. I don't ever want to see this in anyone's thumbnail ever. Okay? And then you could justify it by making the background, transparent, but it's still just absolutely terrible and it's tacky. There's no effort. No one's gonna like that. So what I do is I go to this my favorite website here, flamingtext.com. Okay, it gives you all these choices. You can edit the logo and it will, be a little more custom that way. We'll pick this one, edit logo, change the text to part part 842. Change the color. You change the shadow color too. Try not to mess with any of the sliders because then it won't let you copy the image. Okay, so copy, paste, resize it, re-angle it, whatever you want to do. All right, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Better than some generic thumbnail you grabbed off the internet. Make some fine adjustments here and there, and all right. So you might be thinking, great, now I have it on slides, but how do I get it on YouTube? That's super simple. All you gotta do is hit print screen. It's a button on your keyboard, and then you open up Paint, paste, because it copies your screen. Okay, you just gotta get lined up, take out what you don't need, and then you resize the picture again to take out what you don't need. Bam, there you go. You can save it, save as, make sure you keep your stuff organized so that way you can find it again. Finished. All right, and then from there, all you gotta do is when you're uploading your video, click custom thumbnail and upload the picture. It's super simple. I hope this helped you. I want to see a lot better thumbnails out there because I have seen some pretty bad ones in my lifetime.